Hello, everyone. Welcome to KTL Report, your ultimate destination for electrifying highlights, in-depth breakdowns, insider news, and untold stories from the heart of football. If you eat, sleep, and breathe the NFL, hit that subscribe button and ignite your gridiron obsession right here. Now, let's talk Cleveland, because the Browns' quarterback room isn't just stacked, it's on the verge of implosion. According to insider reports, head coach Kevin Stefanski entered OTAs and minicamp with a very deliberate strategy. Rotate his four quarterbacks through a gauntlet of reps across various scenarios. His goal? Evaluate versatility, mental toughness, and adaptability under pressure. And the results? Surprisingly compelling, especially from rookie Shedeur Sanders. The fifth-rounder displayed next-level confidence, threading passes into impossibly tight windows with fearless precision. He took risks, he attacked, he impressed. Now Stefanski faces a complex task for training camp. He must construct a more refined quarterback hierarchy. The depth chart remains fluid, but one thing's crystal clear: Sanders is forcing the conversation. So what do you make of this quarterback circus? Because in Berea, it's not just competitive, it's borderline chaotic. You've got Joe Flacco, the seasoned vet, brutally honest, here to stabilize, not mentor. Kenny Pickett, enigmatic, glove-wearing, trying to reclaim lost momentum. Deshaun Watson, recovering from 2 Achilles surgeries. A franchise in flux. Dylan Gabriel, raw upside, but largely unproven. Shedeur Sanders, the wild card, the disruptor, the one rewriting expectations. Let's be real. Nobody truly knows what's going to emerge from this logjam. But if you're betting on chaos, you're probably right. As analyst Louis Riddick put it, Shedeur has to earn the right to make this a real conversation. If Kevin Stefanski doesn't find a way to get him meaningful reps with the first and second team offenses, not just walkthroughs or 7-on-7s, then how can anyone fairly assess him? And he's right. This isn't about hype, it's about tape. If Sanders is given enough opportunities in real game-like scenarios, he might just outperform all of them. Flacco, Pickett, even Gabriel. Arm strength, poise, command, he's got it. And if the NFL is what it claims to be, a meritocracy, then Shedeur deserves a legitimate shot. But we know how this league works. Time is scarce and chances are few. So the question becomes, will Stefanski manufacture enough reps, enough moments, enough data to say by week 4, week 5, week 7, maybe this kid is ready to take over? We hope so. Because if Shedeur earns it, and if he's given a true platform, we might be witnessing the start of something revolutionary. This isn't just a quarterback battle, it's a cultural clash. A franchise crossroads. A new era knocking at the door, so hit that bell icon, drop your thoughts in the comments, and buckle up, because this Browns QB saga is far from over. Veteran quarterback sends shockwaves. A seasoned gunslinger bluntly declared to reporters, "I'm not here to mentor, I'm here to play." Can you believe that? A Super Bowl MVP going full lone wolf while the Browns' championship ambitions dangle by a thread. And don't even get me started on Kenny Pickett, Mr. Two Gloves. So paranoid about turnovers, he's practically wearing oven mitts in June. He's racked up just 13 touchdowns over 2 seasons. Hardly the resume of a franchise quarterback. Then there's Dylan Gabriel, a third-round pick ignored by 31 teams. The Browns rolled the dice, but the rest of the league said, thanks, but no thanks. This quarterback room? Pure chaos. A volatile mix of misfit toys, and no one knows who's going to survive the firestorm, but amidst this dumpster inferno, one name is rising from the rubble and redefining the narrative. Enter Shedeur Sanders, the fifth-rounder dismissed as just another coach's kid. But hold up, because this rookie just lit up the NFL in his very first Browns OTA. Sanders went 13 for 13. Not a single misfire, not a single hesitation. Just laser-precise NFL-tier darts that left coaches stunned. According to ESPN Cleveland, Sanders led the entire QB room with a 77.4% completion rate in team drills and 9 touchdowns across 5 open practices. Let that sink in. 9 touchdowns in 5 practices. Compare that to Flacco's timid checkdowns, Pickett's costly turnovers, Gabriel's underwhelming 73-yard outing. This isn't fluke. It's elite-level processing, confidence, and command. Sanders ran a pro-style system at Colorado, making full-field reads that would fry most rookies' circuits. He's not surviving out there. He's dominating. The critics said he was overhyped, that his arm wasn't strong enough. that a fifth rounder couldn't shake the league. Wrong. Sanders is proving them dead wrong, one perfect throw at a time. So why isn't he getting first-team reps? Let's pull back the curtain on the Browns' internal dysfunction. Head coach Kevin Stefanski is caught in a pressure cooker. He's got a $230 million 0-cent Deshaun Watson contract unraveling with every injury, Joe Flacco. The 2023 Comeback Player of the Year demanding deference, Kenny Pickett. Traded from Pittsburgh, bringing a bloated ego and minimal production. And then there's Sanders, who's outperforming them all, yet stuck buried on the depth chart. Stefanski told reporters, "We're mixing it up, giving everyone exposure to different concepts." Translation? He doesn't know who his starter is. The Browns call it a meritocracy, but if that were true, Sanders wouldn't be stuck running scout team plays. Even NFL insider Jeremy Fowler reported Sanders stood out at minicamp showcasing zip, aggression, and pinpoint accuracy, and yet Stefanski is still playing politics, giving washed-up veterans preferential treatment while the future of the franchise sits on ice. This isn't just unfair. It's a betrayal of the very values the NFL claims to represent. Let's talk history. Flashback to 2012, Seattle's camp. They had just paid Matt Flynn a fortune. Tarvaris Jackson was QB1. Enter a rookie named Russell Wilson. Third-round pick, low expectations. But by preseason, he was undeniable, throwing dimes, taking over, and forcing Pete Carroll to start him. Sound familiar? Shedeur Sanders is following the exact same playbook. He's outworking, outplaying, and outshining veterans who were handed the job. The media didn't want to admit it then, and they don't want to admit it now. But the truth? Undeniable. Sanders is the best quarterback in Cleveland. You know, sometimes life doesn't hand you a roadmap. It throws you straight into the storm, where the obvious path isn't always the correct one. And the Cleveland Browns, oh, they're living that chaotic reality in full color right now. You'd think that after years of missteps, heartbreak, and soul-crushing Sundays, this franchise would have finally cracked the code. But here we are again, trapped in a quarterback conundrum that's leaving not just fans, but analysts, insiders, and likely even the coaching staff scratching their heads. Training camp hasn't even kicked off, and already the Browns are stirring the pot. Reports out of minicamp sent shockwaves across the dog pound. Third-round rookie Dylan Gabriel suddenly taking the majority of first-team snaps? Wait, what? A rookie over seasoned vets. According to Cleveland.com's Mary Kay Cabot, this wasn't some random experiment. Gabriel was running drills with the first-team offense against the first-team defense. And let me tell you, those reps aren't handed out like candy. They're usually reserved for the guy being groomed as the Week 1 starter or someone very close to it. Meanwhile, remember Kenny Pickett, a fourth-year quarterback who landed in Cleveland hoping for a clean slate after a turbulent stint in Pittsburgh? While Gabriel was taking command under center, Pickett wasn't. Sure, he got some reps, but not the kind you'd expect for someone allegedly in the mix for QB1. Is this just Stefanski kicking the tires? Or is Pickett already sliding toward clipboard duty before the real battle's even begun? And just when you thought this quarterback saga couldn't get any wilder, enter Shedeur Sanders. Yep, the polarizing fifth-rounder who free fell in the draft, not due to talent, but over concerns about his NFL readiness. Then came the bombshell. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler reported live on SportsCenter that Shedeur has been lighting it up in practices, so now we're faced with a choice: the sharp but less electric Dylan Gabriel, the quietly fading Kenny Pickett, or Shedeur, the underdog with legacy bloodlines and something to prove. Who's your guy? Drop your take in the comments. I already know this debate's about to ignite. And hey, if you're the type of fan who loves staying one step ahead of the headlines, hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications, because this roller coaster is just getting started. Let's zoom out for a second. Being a Browns fan sometimes feels like watching a tragic film on a loop. Same script, same ending, just a new year on the marquee. Every offseason brings renewed hope. And every season finale, another gut punch. But what's unfolding behind closed doors right now could redefine the franchise's destiny for years to come. let's address the elephant in the locker room. The Browns' salary cap nightmare. Cleveland ended last season as the second worst team in the entire NFL. And to make matters worse, their financials are in complete disarray. Deshaun Watson's deal? Yeah, that deal is still casting a long, dark shadow over this team like a financial haunting. And guess what? It's not vanishing anytime soon. They're burning elite-level cash on a quarterback who, at this moment, isn't even suiting up. But here's where it gets juicy. With the rumor mill blazing hot, multiple insiders suggest Cleveland isn't finished making moves. Not even close. According to Curtis Brown of SB Nation, the Browns are eyeing a potential blockbuster, acquiring none other than Terry McLaurin from the Washington Commanders. Yes, you heard that right. McLaurin, the same elite wideout who helped catapult Washington into last season's NFC Championship. It sounds like a pipe dream until you look closer. McLaurin is heading into the final year of his contract, and his negotiations with Washington? Let's just say the gap is looking more like a canyon. He reportedly wants north of $93 million, 0 cents, over 3 years, and the Commanders are hesitating? That kind of stalemate? It's the perfect opening for a team like Cleveland to swoop in. So I'll leave you with this. Has this front office finally turned the page? Or are we just watching the sequel to a saga we've seen 100 times before? Sound off in the comments, because I need to know what the Dog Pound truly believes. And don't forget, subscribe, turn on that bell, and stay locked in. This story is far from over. Attention, Cleveland Browns fans. Stop what you're doing, because the news that just broke is about to shake the very foundation of Browns Nation. This isn't just a rumor. This is a seismic shift you need to hear. But before we drop this bombshell, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a single update. We're bringing you daily videos with the hottest, most crucial Browns news you simply can't afford to overlook. And if you bleed brown and orange, show your pride. Smash that subscribe button and help us hit 1,000 strong. Share it with your crew. Let's grow this Dog Pound movement together. Now, if you've been paying any attention to the NFL offseason chaos, you already know Cleveland is once again the epicenter of quarterback drama, and things just got even more intense. The Browns' offseason has been defined by a jam-packed, increasingly chaotic quarterback room, and head coach Kevin Stefanski is still searching for clarity. Why? Because the QB battle in Berea is getting messy, fast. Joe Flacco, the 40-year-old Super Bowl MVP turned Cleveland folk hero, just made headlines again. He's not here to mentor rookies, he's here to compete. And that sends shockwaves straight through the quarterback hierarchy. Meanwhile, Dylan Gabriel, third-round pick, and Shedeur Sanders, fifth-rounder with serious buzz, are both trying to rise through the ranks. Add in Kenny Pickett, who arrived from Pittsburgh looking for redemption, and you've got a full-on battle royale for the starting job. And don't forget the wild card, Deshaun Watson. Though he's expected to miss the entire 2025-26 season with a torn Achilles, he still looms in the background, fueling speculation about what happens when or if he returns. The Browns are coming off a disappointing 3-14 finish, dead last in the AFC North, and they know something drastic must change. They've revamped the roster, reshuffled their draft strategy, and picked defensive powerhouse Mason Graham at no 5 overall. But all eyes are on the quarterback battle. Despite the excitement surrounding Shedeur Sanders, Coach Stefanski has kept things measured, at least publicly. During mandatory minicamp, he gave first-team reps exclusively to the vets. His explanation? We're still in the teaching phase, he told reporters. There's not much to evaluate yet. We're installing, not competing. But behind the scenes, the real competition is already underway. He's entering his 19th NFL season, made his position clear. He's not just a mentor, he wants that starting job. And after a surprisingly effective stint with the Browns last season, he's gunning for one final ride. He even threw a jab at the young QB, suggesting they don't realize how easy things are today compared to his era. Yet just days later, Flacco's reps were cut in minicamp. Why? According to Stefanski, it's to better evaluate all 4 quarterbacks. While Flacco has the advantage of familiarity, he knows the system and played under Stefanski in 2023, his time is no longer guaranteed. Still, Flacco remains composed. I trust Kevin, he said in a team statement. Of course, I'd love to take every snap, get in rhythm, and roll, but that's not up to me. I just go out there and give it my all. The true battle begins this summer at training camp. Every snap will be under the microscope. Every read, every throw, every huddle command, it all counts. And if Flacco continues to outperform, don't be shocked if he opens week 1 as the starter. So now the question is, will it be Flacco's farewell tour? Will Kenny Pickett finally step up? Or could Gabriel or Sanders deliver a preseason miracle? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who do you believe should be Cleveland's QB1? And don't forget, subscribe now, turn on notifications, and join the conversation, because Browns Nation is rising. And this ride, it's about to get wild. Thank you guys. See you next video.